Hey everyone, welcome back to Moans and Bones Reactions. I am Othaya the Bones, and this is...
Una the Moans.
And we're recording pretty late, so sorry if we're a little quieter than normal, but we're trying not to, wake up the neighborhood. But yeah, so we're going to be reacting to another JonTron, and this one I'm pretty excited for because I can't wait to see how Una reacts to it myself. And just see what John's up to. You guys will all know what it is from the title of the video, but Una has no idea, and I'm not going to tell her, so we're just going to go in.
What is it?
Oh yeah, I was just
What you
about
doing in there, John?
What is that?
A tank?
You can't park that thing here. But you know where you can park that thing?
No.
World of Tanks, which is incidentally the amazing sponsor of today's video. This ain't just any old game of pew-pew, my friends. This is a game of pew-pew in giant hunks of historically accurate metal. Oh yeah, we're talking about the granddaddy of strategic tank warfare. Dive headfirst into the fray and find yourself upon a fleet of dazzlingly authentic-to-life war machines.
I think he liked the warships more.
Would you look at these absolute threads on treads?
Although I've heard it's a good
game. And guess what? Yes, you can command your battalion of steel behemoths for the low, low price of absolutely nothing. New recruit? Use the code COMBAT when you sign up and unlock the Vault of Wonders. We're talking the Cromwell Beat Tank, a hefty stash of 250,000 credits, 7 glorious days of premium access, and not one, not two, but 3 rental tanks. I cannot believe what I'm hearing. Are you hearing this? With over 800 tanks to choose from, you'll find a playstyle that suits your fancy, and then some. Commandeer light, medium, and heavy tanks. Or you could just become a sneaky little destroyer. Sneaky little stupid guy, stupid baby tank, just step on him.
The baby tank.
You could be him. So, click that link at the top of the description, and remember, the combat code is exclusively for you fresh-faced privates out there. So let's show them what new blood can do, while it's, still inside your body, preferably. And now, our feature Halloween-themed presentation. Sort of. Trick or treat. They say hell has no fury like a woman scorned. And normally I would have said that was like an oversimplification, overgeneralization. But then I saw this. Oh, forgot to plug it in. Damn it. Come on. Then I saw this. How to Get Revenge starring Linda Blair. That's right. Those morals are going from blood red to blood gray. And yes, it is the very same Linda Blair who cemented her legacy as a legendary scream queen after her performance as Reagan O'Neill, the possessed girl from The Exorcist. You may also remember her from Fox Family's paranormal reality series, The Scariest Places on Earth. You know, the one with the really weird voice?
Pasquale senses an angry spirit who was denied proper burial.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what that was all about. Anyways, well, in 1989, she starred in what IMDb calls a dark and humorous take on how to get revenge on those that have wronged you. Featuring guy whose
dark
face
and
is,
humorous
he doesn't even want to be associated with this. But too bad. This is the modern
Wait,
age. We have AI face unblurring technology. You can't hide.
Yeah, you can't hide.
Okay, never mind. I actually see why that might have been that way. That actually checks out. Put that back the way it was. What, you don't think this is scary enough for Halloween? Then I guess you must not fear pieces of media fraught with opportunities for litigious action. Oh, look at you. You're so brave. This should be a pretty wild ride. So let's see how to get revenge.
How do we get revenge, John? Let us learn together.
I was just reading a few pages from a fascinating book.
They splashed out.
It is literally filled with countless pieces of wisdom. One in particular deserves quoting. It reads, "Vengeance is mine." Now that's a powerful quote. And from what book am I reading? The Bible.
Oh, hey, are we playing Use the Bible to justify what I want to do right now? I freaking love this game. Leviticus 27:4. The price of a woman between 20 and 60 years of age shall be 30 shekels. Oh, come on, I don't buy that. There's got to be some depreciation along the way.
Now let me ask you a personal question. Has someone ever made you so angry, so upset, that you considered some form of retribution?
Growing cost, John.
I think Una's thinking of getting revenge on John now.
Revenge.
Me? Oh, come on. That's not in my constitution.
He's just reading a quote.
Okay, fine, you caught me. But you would have done the same in my shoes. That damn dog stole my NBA career. Damn you, Airbud!
Let's face
not
it,
Airbud.
revenge can be sweet,
Airbud's
especially when it's
dead.
against someone who really
I'm sorry.
deserves it.
What?
Hello. That seems to be coming a little
He's
too
always
naturally
live.
to her.
There's a new
Maybe this
Airbud.
was her idea after.
Is it like Scooby-Doo?
Reincarnation of
Scooby-Doo
Airbud.
like 8 now.
After all, she didn't need to be coerced. This is she's getting enjoyment from this. So yeah, this whole thing appears to just be an actual guide on how to get revenge on people you don't like. And that wouldn't be like too weird if it weren't for the fact that a very famous person was headlining it. I don't really understand what they were thinking when they conceived of this. How exactly was this supposed to be received by the general public? Did anyone watch this and think it was normal or useful? I mean, you can already tell it's got this kind of weird dark undertone to it, like,
Oh, shh, don't tell my wife. Look, let me tell you my favorite revenge story.
Jesus Christ.
you assume they're joking, but like at the same time,
Jesus
it doesn't really
Christ.
feel like it. Seriously, who was the intended audience for this? It must
Yeah,
have been
for
really awkward
real.
to rent this from Blockbuster.
Yeah,
you know?
right? That'd be so fucking weird.
This isn't for like research or anything. I'm just like a huge fan of Linda Blair. I jack off to this, okay? I only jack off to this. Why are you looking at me like I belong on some kind of FBI watch list? Let's look at your rental history. National Geographic Safari Edition? I guess we got a furry here, everybody.
Now, when I talk about revenge, I'm not talking about bodily injury to anybody. I mean, that is definitely not our purpose here.
No, of course not. And on behalf of our legal team, we thank you for clarifying, Linda. Anyways, check out how the
behalf
belt on
of
this
our legal
chainsaw's
team.
perfect for going through this hedge in the shape of my sister who cut me out of my dad's will. Oh my gosh, look at that perfectly clean cut, not related to anything in this material existence. So anyways, now the thing starts in earnest, and she starts off by showing us this guy who apparently specializes in
Oh my god.
messing
I
with
love
people's
this video.
houses or something. But not before she gives us this important message.
Fasten your seatbelts.
Yeah, I've lived long enough to know that's a serious threat. Thanks for the heads up.
Meet private investigator Kyle Pappenfuss. He's about to take us on a tour
Pappenfuss.
of what one can do to a Mark's home.
Pappenfuss.
There's so much about this, I don't even know where to begin. Do I talk about how he's Pappenfuss? Do I talk about his bold stance he's got there? Do I talk about the fact that she just referred to the victim of the crime she's about to encourage as a fucking mark? Is that what I talk about? Let's hear old Pappenfuss out, huh? He might have something good to say. Let's climb right up into that Pappenfussy, swirl around and see what's in there.
All right. First things first. The mailbox. Easy pickings. Everybody has a mailbox,
I still
and
can't
everybody
believe this
reaches
is
for their
real.
mail.
In the history of the world, nothing good has ever followed that sentence.
Who says you can't put more than mail in there, huh?
Oh my God. Man, this guy, I
The
don't know, he's got like an
government.
X factor. Like, you know, he says it how it is. Hold on a second. Like, you know when someone just like speaks to you on that extra level, you just want to write it down so you can format it later into like a 124-page about manifesto? Like, that's what this guy's doing for me. This is a knowledgeable guy. You can learn something from this guy.
Think of something nasty you wouldn't want in there. Get the picture?
So at this
The
point, she
government
moves on from the
disliked
last
that.
guy, and she goes to this like private investigator who I guess people would go to if they wanted to
Hold
get
on.
I
revenge.
feel like this is part goofy horror movie, part something like you would show to like a
I'm
bratty
pretty sure
kid.
John
of
added this
yesteryear.
in, right?
It ends up
like,
being weird.
yeah, like that's they literally suggest a federal crime.
So at this point, she moves on from the last guy, and she goes to this like private investigator who I guess people would go to if they wanted to get revenge on someone. I don't know. Was this a real thing back then? I thought this was just a thing that only happened in like Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Mr. Vickers, could you give us an example of what could be done to a
Great
former
movie.
friend or lover?
Few examples, huh?
Oh, sorry, you caught me off guard there. I didn't notice the film crew laying undersea cables through my kitchen and dining room for the last 7 hours. Anyways, now for my candid statement that may or may not land me in a class
No,
action
you
civil
always
suit.
love
Look at my
candid
hat.
off-guard
Look at my hat.
statements.
Look at my hat here. I have the hat. I have a hat. I'm just saying that because he has a hat there.
He has a hat. Thank you, John. Thank you.
I
wouldn't
have
been
a
aware
hat.
of
Talk
it.
about friends.
You do.
Such as my client, Mr. Harold Jerriman over here. Harold,
Oh
why
yeah,
don't you
this
pick it up
guy.
from
I
here?
forgot.
Well, the incident took place on Thursday afternoon during my lunch break.
So just to bring you up to
Now
speed
that's
on
an
the lore
aesthetic.
behind this part, this guy, he's got a complaint that he got bullied out of a seat at a Chinese restaurant because of, God knows, I don't know. Do you see anything? I don't see anything. See no evil, hear no evil. I might be speaking the evil.
I was so humiliated. This kind of thing happened to me many times in the past, and I wanted to get even with that man. I looked upon him as being all the people who have hurt me rolled into one, and that's when I contacted Mr. Vickers.
See, this is where it actually gets dark and scary, okay? The rest was jokes.
Kicked out with the
This is where
rest.
the goosebumps start to go up my arm. You do not want to be the last guy in the line to piss this guy off. That's the person, that's the vibe I'm picking up from this.
Well, when Harold first
You really
came to me,
don't.
he didn't know what to do. All he had was the punk's license number.
Final
That
rage
was enough for me.
explosion.
I went down to the Department of Motor Vehicles, and I filled out a form.
Okay, I'm sorry, but I just gotta stop. I gotta ask. Is the guy on the right small or is the guy on the left big? Because I can't tell which one is which because they both kind of look like they're normal sized relatively, but when they're next to each other like this, I can't tell.
Now, Harold here was adamant about
Yes,
getting
looks
even with him himself, so we laid out a battle plan.
He does.
Harold, you take over, buddy.
With pleasure. I planted a toy handgun under the truck's seat. Then I went to a telephone and phoned the police and stated anonymously that I had seen where the robber lived. To make a long story short, the police arrived just as the man was getting into his truck.
Yeah, this right here is when he knew he fucked up for real, okay? He's not laughing anymore. He was like, okay, I was playing it up for the camera. What's going on with you? I think this guy's for real. Call somebody. I don't want to be near him anymore. Yeah, so Big Boss Daddy over here is just talking about how he framed an innocent person by planting a gun on them in the dark of night, and that's just fine. See, that's what I'm saying about this. I've dug up as much as I could on
That's
the internet
fucking
about this film, and there's just
crazy
not that much
advice.
information on the thing itself or the people involved in it. Like, these people don't really seem like they're acting the whole
Yeah,
time.
they
They're
really
sorta
don't.
just playing it off like it's an act, but I don't know if I buy it. There's even a part later that's just a guy showing you how to sabotage a car. Isn't there some kind of federal clause prohibiting this sort of thing?
What?
All right, the next thing here we'll deal with is cooling system. The
This
idea
makes me angry
is
every
to
time
put
I see it.
substances in there that expand with water. Baking flour, pancake batter, or even paper mache.
Really, the only limit is your imagination. As long as it stalls our engine when they're already doing 90 down the interstate, I'll co-sign that.
Now, if your Mark is a member of the minority, you might turn him over to the Immigration Service.
Oh my God! What was that? I'm okay. Is everyone okay? Oh, thank God she told me to put this
It
seatbelt
gets
on
so
earlier.
bad.
To be honest, if I knew that was coming, I probably would have installed like a lap bar or something. There we go. That's perfect. I'll be needing this to get through the rest of the video at this rate. Jesus
You will.
Christ! He's telling people to falsely report people to the immigration services. How was this made? Seriously, how was this ever acceptable? That this could not have flown back then, even then, right?
This is going to cause him hours and hours of endless paperwork trying to prove he's a citizen of this country.
It has a little bit of humor, but there's not enough plot or humor to justify it in
Well,
tone.
yeah, I
It's
mean, like,
weird.
like, listen to how that guy talks. Like, even the tone. Like, even if this is like a role
Back then, even
Like-
then, right?
This is
Like-
going to cause him hours and hours of endless paperwork trying to prove he's a citizen of this country.
He says it so matter of fact, and he doesn't even look like that interested. He's just like, yeah, I just fucked with him. Like, it's his problem. Like, what the fuck?
And better yet, they might just
I
deport
think
him.
this just reads too much like a manual, which I know it's like what they're supposed to be going for as a joke, but it's just not. I don't know.
Is it though? Is it, or are they really just fucked up? Like,
And that'll teach you to think twice about stealing my parking spot at Trader Joe's again, huh, you wily bastard? So if this wasn't already weird enough, at this point she brings on an actual detective from the police force. If you recall from earlier, that one guy had his face completely blurred as well, so it
Yeah, that's
lends
weird,
credence to the
too,
fact
for
that
a
these are
movie.
real people who had stature in their respective institutions and didn't want their identities released.
And to give us a few examples is Detective J.M. I'd like to play a little game with you, if that's all right. I'll give you a situation.
Did I say that's all right? If I recall, I just stared at you menacingly. Do I look like I have time to play backgammon, sweetie? I am a working professional. Okay, one quick game of Elephant on the Elephant, but then we get back to business. Oh, the butterflies tickle my face on the way up and down.
And then I'd like you to respond with the method of male revenge that you would recommend.
Okay,
wow.
shoot.
Let's say the Mark is a family man.
No, I mean like shoot him, literally. Just use a gun. What are you mailing him something for? What is it, his birthday? Just off him. Use a pistol
Just
like this.
fucking shoot
Like
him.
that, just like this. Like that. Right here, like this.
Let's say the Mark is a family man.
That edit.
You know, a wife, 2 kids, a dog. What can you do to disrupt the entire family as opposed to just the Mark?
Yeah, you know, just like it says in this old book I used to spearhead this whole operation.
The whole
The
family
son
and the
should
dog.
not suffer the sins of the father. I didn't see that.
put them on offensive mailing lists. Pornographic mailing lists, such as pornographic magazines, pornographic merchandise. Put them on the Communist Party's mailing list. There are hundreds of mailing lists you can put them on.
Did they think this through at all? In this part, he's literally advocating to send pornography to where, like, minors could see or access it. Did anyone making this have even the slightest semblance of a moral compass? Just send them smut, or, I don't know, put some Karl Marx in front of them. That'll confuse the shit out of them. Their grades will go down or something.
Sounds funny, but
that don't make no
this
sense.
could really get you in trouble,
By the way,
especially back
there are
in the
dozens
day.
upon dozens.
Well, it could also have bad ramifications for
So
just
bad.
the people. If they send it like
homosexual and bisexual magazines available today.
Son of a bitch, the last part
See,
wasn't
like,
enough!
oh my god.
like if they send that to like their work or something too. Imagine like the ramifications of that person like in the past.
Well,
Unfortunately,
this is like yeah, the thing, this is
90s,
like the
yeah.
80s and the 90s, right?
I know,
So,
yeah,
you
80s,
could even
90s.
be like like harassed for being. Oh my god, that's so bad.
yeah, it's bad,
That's so bad.
very bad.
I
Lab bar
found if
wasn't
you mail
enough.
these to the Mark's place of work, you can start rumors or quickly get them fired.
Fascinating. Well, Detective, thank you very much for your...
Quickly get him fired. What the fuck? That's insane to
suggestions.
recommend.
I put my stamp of approval on this. I won't regret
Damn, and we
this
thought cancel culture was something today.
at all.
My
Thanks for
God.
watching, everyone. But before I leave you for good this
And that's
Halloween
why
season,
it was a Halloween episode.
I want to put to use some of those interesting skills I learned throughout the course of today's video.
There was no like funny enough punchline to make those okay. It would just
No,
seem
none of
malicious.
them. It was just yeah,
It kind of
just
was
seemed
humorous at the
bad.
beginning, but that was it.
It just got worse and worse.
Excuse me. Hello?
Is your refrigerator running?
Yes?
Did you, it's not a joke. I planted a bomb in your bathtub.
Oh my gosh. Oh, well, thank you for calling.
No problem.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry. I have to go. I hope you had fun. Bye.
I'm just kidding. I wouldn't do that. Plus, you said not to use violence in your thing, so I don't know why you think I'd do that. Hello? What?
Written and directed by literal psychopaths.
Am I?
I think the end that wasn't even
Am I doing
supposed to
the show
like
now? Is it
goofy,
my
but
house?
like I could almost they needed to push it more goofy though, like almost like a robot.
And they needed to
RoboCop
have like
skit.
jokes
it
at the
needed
end
a
of
little
it
more
or
goof.
something. Like and maybe a disclaimer like don't actually do these things because some of them are legitimate crimes. Like
Hi, Mom. I know this probably
Yeah.
isn't like what you expected from me. I know you wanted me to go to
produced
like
by two
medical
literal
school, but
psychopaths.
I don't know. I just feel
Production
like
manager,
the
you
doctor
betcha, a
industry is not up and
psychopath.
coming anymore the same way
Sound mixer, a pretty cool guy
the
actually.
straight to VHS industry is. No,
Yeah, he's
it's
just
not a
ridiculous.
phase.
Made fun of
Stop
by
calling
John
it that.
Jafari, a psychopath. And with oh, that's the last frame. That's so fucking good. And that's the video. Oh my god. I just can't believe it
Well,
goes
now you
as
know
far as it
that
does.
somebody needs to get revenge.
Unfortunately, all of those ways are terrible options for like honestly, revenge is just not good. It doesn't usually turn out well. Let's just go with that. And don't do anything in this video, dear God.
No. Get revenge. Get revenge.
See, I've heard that
If you
I
said
look like the evil one, but we know it's the vice versa. I have to tame this
Hey, you steal
wily
my
ghost
boba.
over here. I mean, yeah, if they steal my coffee, I mean, it's gonna,
steal-
there's gonna be
With my
problems. but-
boba. I have to steal all of their future boba.
all of it.
See, at least that's not a
I'm just
hate-
picturing you like just charging into like a goddamn like they're ordering at Starbucks and they just make their drink and they set it down and then like you're haunting them, so it just like the drink just drains all of a sudden, no one knows what's happening and it's just gone, and then they get you another one and it drains again and they're just like, what in the hell is happening? And then you just like push the door open or something and they'll be like, it's a ghost, and they'll all run away.
Yeah. See?
See,
My revenge is swift, cruel, but cute and funny. It's not a
You still have
a murder. Oh my
at
god.
the end of it all, the Starbucks employee goes to the customer is like, you still have to pay for those.
Exactly.
God damn. All right, guys. Well, that was it for us two psychopaths and this reaction. I hope you guys enjoy it, and I hope you've been enjoying the Halloween themed videos this month. Oh yeah, I'll let Una. What?
I was just gonna say you can put your petty modes of revenge in the comments, but they just have to be funny petty, not crazy like this.
Yeah. What are some fun revenge stories you guys have? Not crazy scorched earth stories, maybe. You know, something a little more lighthearted, maybe. Because damn. Let's get them fired. Let's get them deported. Oh, god damn, that's insane. That's insane. All right, guys. I hope you all have a good rest of your day or evening, whatever it is. Bye-bye.
And enjoy Spooktober. Bye-bye.
Yeah, Spooktober.